Story time about how I got burnt by fire. So this experience didn't happen in my childhood. It happened when I was already an adult like this, and it was on a Sunday. We went to church in the morning, we came back, and normally whenever we want to cook, we either use a gas or we use a stove. So that particular day we bought kerosene, and in the night we were watching movie. All of us were actually watching movie. So after the movie we prayed, and we had to off the generator because we don't sleep with generator. We rather sleep with lamp on than the generator on. So I was actually asked to go into the kitchen and look for nylon to cover up something. So when I went to the kitchen, I was before even going to that kitchen, I saw the lamp, and I was the one who was supposed to fill in that lamp. So when I actually shaked the kerosene that was inside, I felt like it was not that much, but I felt it's something that could really sustain us throughout that night. But the actual truth is that I know I was feeling very lazy to fill up that lamp that night. So in the course of me looking for the nylon, the lamp exploded. So when it exploded, that was when I realized I was inside the fire. I was beside the gas and I was also beside a stove. But these two things didn't explode. I was seriously fighting for my life. In fact, I was fighting to come out. And at that particular time, I could hear people's voices, like neighbors coming into our house, and they were shouting, they were trying to see ways they could actually stop the fire. But nobody knew I was inside the fire. So I started I started coming out on my own. It was not easy. In fact, if I'm to remember how I passed through that fire, I'm still surprised that it didn't touch my face, because that fire was supposed to touch, like it was supposed to burn my face, like the whole of my face. So it burnt my legs and it burnt my hands. So before people could actually like stop the fire, I had already come out from the fire. So when I came out from the fire, that experience was very bad. It was so bad. Do you know what I even told myself that that night, like when I came out from that fire? I told myself that I was finished. In fact, my life is finished. Like everything about me is gone. I told my I just said everything was gone. Like I just told myself my life can never be the same again. I was rushed to the hospital, but the hospital rejected me because the burns was too much. They couldn't treat it. So I was rushed to another hospital that particular night, and that hospital always said they could accept me only for that night. The next morning, they should take me to somewhere else because they still cannot treat it. I went to another hospital, or rather, they took me to another hospital, and this hospital took me in, but it was not easy. I couldn't walk, I couldn't turn, I couldn't do anything. Like when fire touch you, if a fire burn you, the pain alone, just the pain alone can kill someone. It's very bad. That's why when you see someone who goes through fire incident or who is a born survivor, see, if you have never experienced that type of situation, you will never understand, and you will never know how it feels like. So in this hospital, I was getting treatment. They were giving me injections, sleeping injections, especially whenever they want to treat my wounds, because anytime they want to treat my wounds, I cry a whole lot. So they were giving me injections. In fact, they gave me injections like so much that I got addicted to it. In a way that even if they give me this injection like 5 times again, I will still be feeling the pain because the pain was too much. This fire really touched me very bad on my legs. It touched me on my hands too. Even this my fingers. The fire touched my fingers. This my nails you're seeing like this went out. It came out. My hands were like this. Like I could not express my hand like this. I couldn't do anything of such like that. It was just through time and exercises that it had to go back to normal again. So I was receiving treatment, but I wasn't still healing. I wasn't healing actually. In fact, I was getting worse as the day passes by. I was getting worse. Finally, they took me to another hospital, orthopedic hospital in Ugu. So when I went to this hospital, I saw so many things, many people with burns. Like people are really going through a whole lot in this life. They are really going through a whole lot in this life. And the thing about this thing is that most of us we don't really appreciate the life we have. We don't appreciate the life we are in. You don't know how it feels like. Just the pain alone was something else. I was going through treatment and I think my legs was so bad. It was so bad that it didn't heal. My hands got healed, but my legs, it was so difficult to heal. It was so difficult. At one point, my right leg started turning green in color, and I can remember that the doctors were saying something like, if after some treatment, if it doesn't really come back to normal again, then that means they will have to cut off the right leg. So my worst experience in all this thing was whenever they want to dress me. Like when I mean dress me, I mean like dress my wounds, like clean up the wounds and everything. Just the pain alone was something else. 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 In the course of the treatment, my legs didn't stay heal. It was still turning green in color and it was getting bigger as the day passes by. So I think my time is up. I will make a part two. I will make a part two of this video and thank you for watching.